After 90 years since the abolishment of slavery in 1865, the United States still fails to achieve racial equalities. Jim Crow laws, deeply rooted in South communities, segregating blacks and whites on every aspect of life, from schools to drinking fountains, movie theaters, and many more. In public transportation, blacks are forced to give up seats to whites when requested. So it was in Montgomery, Alabama. The tension between the two races is growing and ready to erupt any moment.
Mrs. Rosa Parks was arrested and taken down to jail, taken from the bus, just because she refused to give up her seat. At present, we are in the midst of a protest, the Negro citizens of Montgomery, representing some 44% of the population. 90% at least of the regular Negro bus passengers are staying off the buses, and we plan to continue until something is done.
Approximately 40,000 African American bus riders, accounting for 75% of the city bus riders, boycott the system the next day, December 5th. That afternoon, black leaders meet to form the MIA, short for Montgomery Improvement Association, electing Martin Luther King Jr., the 26-year-old pastor, as its president. MIA decided to continue the boycott until the city meets its demands. Instead of riding buses, boycotters organized a system of carpools, with car owners volunteering their vehicles or themselves driving people to various destinations. Some white housewives also drive their black domestic servants to work. Black taxi drivers charged 10 cents per ride, a fare equal to the cost to ride the bus, in support of the boycott. Some blacks opt for cycling, walking, or even riding moose in order to get around. The boycott proved to be extremely effective, causing serious economic distress to the city's transit system. However, the city resisted to comply with the protesters' demands, such as fining blacks taxi drivers for lowering prices. During the protest, racist white firebombed King and Abernathy's houses, as well as 4 black Baptist churches. Boycotters will often physically attack them. The furious blacks were ready to turn the boycott into a violent demonstration. They gathered in front of King's no longer standing house. However, King addressed the large crowd, pleading for non-violence protests. On June 5, 1956, a Montgomery federal court ruled that any law requiring racially segregated seating on buses violated the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. That amendment, adopted in 1868 following the U.S. Civil War, guarantees all citizens, regardless of race, equal rights and equal protection under the state and federal laws. The city appealed to U.S. Supreme Court, which upheld the lower court's decision on December 20, 1956. Montgomery buses were integrated on December 21, 1956, and the boycott ended, lasting 381 days.